the last Mormugao Port Authority has handled 21.01 million tons of cargo. Last year the figure was 18.1 million tons, so we have grown by almost 16% this financial year, and that is the highest growth among the major ports. All the major ports have grown totally from 854 million tons last year. It has come to 915 million tons this year. So every major port has grown, but the topmost growth was demonstrated by Mormugao Port Authority. We are very happy about that. And with me I have Vinod, Deputy Chairman, and the Traffic Manager, Mr. Jerome Clement. So it has been a brilliant teamwork for this majestic growth this financial year.
Sir, any cargo that did very well in this growth of yours? Any specific cargo, or was it all general cargo?
They almost whenever we grow, the perception is that we have handled more coal. It is not like that. Every year the coal handling is constant as per the consent to operate. But what has grown is the iron ore, basically, then limestone, steel, and other cargo, which we have handled more this year. A little bit of containers, because we started containers last November. But basically the growth has been in steel, limestone, bauxite, and what else, Jerome? Any other? Fertilizers. So basically this has been the growth.
So when we talk about the port, as of now war is ongoing, Hormuz Strait, a lot of ships are there. Any effect to the port, Mormugao Port Authority, directly, indirectly, especially at berth number 10, 11, liquid ammonia cargo was there. Any issues with that as of now?
I think we had very limited, maybe we lost around 0.5 million ton of cargo, basically 2-3 vessels which were supposed to come via Hormuz Strait. What was the cargo? Was I think gypsum, bauxite. But basically the effect was minimal, and even POIL also. We are basically getting 3 tankers every month. So we are getting the 3 tankers even now. So far the effect has been very minimal, but we'll have to wait and watch for the next 3-4 months how that will be affecting all the major ports.
So anything you want to say about the cruise tourism, or the cruise terminal that is there, development, what is the present status of that, sir?
For the cruise terminal, the Cochin port, which was the PMC, they had terminated the present contractor, and the contractor had gone on for litigation. But that is now sorted out, so we'll be going for another tender to complete the balance work within the 5-6 months.
And about the Marina project, sir, anything is updated?
Marina project, the port does not have much role in that. We have already handed over a water area of around 8,000 square meter to one company, and that company is investing around 20 crores to set up the marina. So it is expected that by the end of the year the marina will be set up.
The port had launched a very ambitious solar project here, and the phase 2 was supposed to be launched. Any update on that, sir?
Yes, we already commissioned a 3 megawatt solar power plant, and we are in the process of having the phase 2 of that. The modalities are being discussed with GEDA and also a few other agencies. What should be the model when we come up with the second phase? Because basically the Goa Electricity Department does not approve production of solar energy beyond your consumption. So right now we are meeting the entire requirement through a 3 megawatt solar power plant. So technically we are not allowed to come up with another solar power plant. So we are just having discussions with Goa government also on that, and we'll be coming up with another phase 2, maybe a 3 to 4 megawatt solar power plant again.
So there was one ambitious project about the ropeway just connecting Mormugao Port to Goemkarponn. Some location was also identified. Any update on that, sir?
The ropeway is basically a project between the government of Goa and IPRCL, where the port also is a party, but we have already earmarked the landing spot for the ropeway. And the Goa government has to identify similarly for at the Donapula end, and the IPRCL has to go ahead with the tender, etc. So I think the DPR has been approved by government of Goa, but I think some minor changes have been suggested to IPRCL. So it is in the final phase and it has to be expedited by the government of Goa now.
The fishing jetty project at Finger Jetty, there was some issue with the state government planning to give NOC on that. CRZ, anything on that at Kharewada fishery?
Kharewada, we are again having discussions with government of Goa because as per the MOU signed between the port and the government of Goa, around 32 families had to be rehabilitated. So the modalities of that rehabilitation are being discussed with the government of Goa because after that discussion and after finalization of a rehabilitation plan, then we have to approach the MOEF for the EC for that project. So that rehabilitation things are being worked out.
Any new projects on the Sagarmala that the port is looking forward to?
We have already submitted a proposal for redevelopment of berth number 9 for around 740 crores under Sagarmala. But the thing is, the Sagarmala 1 funding, that fiscal space is over. And the ministry is approaching the Ministry of Finance for Sagarmala 2.0 funding. So only after approval of that, then we can expect some funding on that proposal.
So there was one project about a ferry service from Bayana Beach. Anything about that?
Ferry service from Paina Beach, there is currently
Currently no.
Yes. Because
There was some time
yes.
back there was a proposal, but that is not materialized.
Okay.
So in that, now we're talking about the growth that MPD clocked, and many a times people in Goa say, what is there in that for Goa? So any message for the Goans? There are a lot of speculations that tomorrow port is going to expand and XYZ. Anything that you want to speak on that, sir?
Vinod, would you like to speak about?
Whatever happens in the Mormugao port, the first beneficiary is the government of Goa. So whether we increase the cargo handling or we do some capital expenditure, so the GST part comes to the state. So in addition, yes, the cruise terminal is expected to commence operations maybe end of the year. So definitely there will be some more employment generation here, which will be mostly for the Goans. So as cruise improves, you all know that yes, the Goan employment increases. As of now, I think we are also planning for a dry dock facility in the finger jetties. So that is expected to, we will be tendering soon. So that also again generates some more employment in this region.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण, गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.